The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Corporation.
Consciously Rising. I'm your host Jeff Renel, and we're coming from you live from WWDBTV.com. What's going on here today? And today's guest, it has to be. And today's guest is Allie. And you know, Allie, I didn't even get your last name.
I'm Allie Burns.
Nice
It's a pleasure to meet you. Yeah.
A great way to start out an interview.
Right.
We're right on top of everything here.
Yeah, don't you worry.
Allie is part of ONAC, which is
Oklevueha
Native American Church.
Correct.
And it was founded by James Flaming Eagle Mooney.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
And we're going to talk a little bit about the church today, what projects they have going on in the future and stuff, and just a little bit about their mission in life and what the church is all about. So I'm just kind of curious, what is your position there? I know we have met and talked a few times,
right,
but I really never did get your title and stuff. And
Sorry.
Today we both have been so busy with everything going on.
I know, it's been a crazy one.
Yeah.
So basically, I was hired at ONAC to book the health and wellness events that are going to be taking place there. The Native American Church is big on gaining membership through service, providing healing, empowerment, and just an all-around state of wellness through natural, organic methods, basically. Reiki healing, hypnotherapy, theta healing, all these kind of things, essential oils, sacraments, ceremony, all these things. And so my job is basically to book those events, to find the people that can do that for me and book those events so that they're available for our members to use.
Awesome, that's wonderful. So really quick, let's talk a little bit about ONAC and what ONAC is, so our audience members knows what that is.
So ONAC is a, basically in the late 1800s, the Native American tribes were getting, a lot of heat from the U.S. government. They were getting slaughtered. There were bad things going on all around. And so the natives knew that they needed to unite. When they started making the Indian boarding schools, sending kids off to these boarding schools, making them change their names and cut their hair. They couldn't use their native languages anymore. And they were really trying to do away with Native American culture. And then I believe it was in 1918, the natives really realized that in order to protect their ceremonies and protect their way of life and their culture, that they were going to have to group together and really form something solid. So in 1924, the Lakota Sioux Rosebud Reservation and the Pine Ridge Porcupine Reservation in 1936 set themselves up to be incorporated, basically, to ensure the legality of the Native American churches. Later, the Rosebud, his name is Leslie Fulbull. He was then the president of the Native American Church. He blessed James Flaming Eagle Mooney, who's our founder, and that's how we kind of started Oklevueha. So it's a combination or a collection of different tribes through all across America who are using this one term against the government to protect their First Amendment rights to religion, to practice their religion.
And yeah, well said. There's a few things in there. I was like, wow, she got it. That's great. And what's fascinating is it seems like they understood that they almost had to, unfortunately, join their game in order to protect themselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and create a church under the First Amendment so that they could play under the same rules that everybody else was playing
Absolutely,
under.
yeah.
And that's wonderful, and that's what I like. I like to see things to where it's not where we look at things that battle it, but how can we work with love and find our way through the system and work with it in a loving way and try to change things that way instead of just trying to fight it. And I love that.
Right.
James Mooney, he seems like he's a fascinating character.
Yes.
I saw a few things about him last night when I was on the website and watching some documentaries. Do you know a little bit about James Mooney?
I haven't met him yet. I'm actually looking forward to it. Our church will be opening very soon, and all the elders are flying out for the opening, so it's really exciting.
Awesome.
But he and his wife, Linda, have worked tirelessly for decades, to protect the rights of their native people, to uphold the values of ceremony and sacraments. Healing prisoners is a really big thing that Flaming Eagle is into. I don't want to say damaged people, but people who have gone through some stuff and need some help on a different spiritual level, not by prescription medication or not by ending up in jail or things like this, like in a what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, because I watched the documentary that was on the website yesterday, and it was fascinating. It was just a guy that went through some of the different ceremonies. He's part of the church now, of course, but he went through a few different ceremonies with James Mooney, and the different people that he was involved with in the ceremony. Some people were from prison, some people had alcohol addictions and stuff like that, and through the different ceremonies of sweat lodging and other ceremonies, they made amazing changes.
Absolutely.
And I deal with the subconscious through theta healing, and I know a lot about the subconscious, and listening to the way they were going through the healing process and experiencing it in the group together, I thought was absolutely amazing, because it's, I believe, working on the subconscious in a whole different way, but just as powerful.
Yes.
And it was really amazing watching the transformation, and the guy doing, and I'm sorry I don't have his name right now, but the guy doing the documentary, he went on several different journeys, and you could see the different transformations of the journeys. He talked about the different transformations he went through. He went through with his wife and also his son several times, and it was really amazing seeing the different healing processes through that. So I was really impressed, and again, that's one reason why I have you on here today, because I love what the church is about, how they're bringing the different tribes together, bringing the different knowledge together under one roof.
Right.
And I really, from the way it looked, James Mooney also was trying to bring that knowledge to more than where it was at, and trying to help spread that knowledge around too. Is that what you would?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I believe we have, it's close to 600 tribes. There's ONACs all over the place. I mean, they're California, they're in the Dakotas, they're all over. It's advertised as a worldwide, it's a worldwide movement.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then, so I believe your headquarters, though, from where your guys are working at, is in Park City, right?
We're in Henderson, right off of Warm Springs.
Well, your
in
location
Utah?
here, yeah.
Right,
I thought, Tony over there told me it was up in Park City.
In Park City, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Excuse me.
We're just getting a little message from John there. That's why we took a quick little pause break. So what is the true message of ONAC then? You were talking about bringing the nations together and everything like that. I know you're also doing programs to help other people. What is the true message that James Mooney wants to get out there to spread the word?
Well, basically, the principles of ONAC, it's about committing to living a sacred earth honoring lifestyle. And then the basic principles are going to be gratitude, humility, faith, respect, honor, charity, and forgiveness. So just living our lives every day and keeping those key principles in mind, just trying to help people every day in whatever way that we can. Whether that I just did a sign up for our Reiki treatments. That's going to be happening. We've got financial services and insurance advice, small business advice, stuff like that is happening. So it's different aspects and different areas where people could use some assistance.
To learn and grow.
Right, to learn and grow. And empower. I love the word empowerment.
Yes.
And then it's also, it's about making an effort every day to spend time in meditation and in prayer, and to just be closer to your great source and the great spirit, and, honor all living things,
Yeah. And that's it too. I mean, it has that code of conduct in there, and it sounds like it applies more to humans, but no. It's to every living thing on this
Absolutely.
planet. Trees, bushes, all of that. I mean,
Well, and ONAC even includes the rivers, the mountains as living things.
yeah.
You know, the
Well, they
rivers and
are.
the mountains and the air. Yeah, the wind. So,
you're going to ask me, everything's alive. I mean, if it has an atom in it, the atom's moving, it's alive.
Yep.
There's intelligence in that. What else can you ask for?
And there it is, yeah.
What other type of proof do you want for life? So, I was just going to ask you something. I can't believe I just forgot about it. The code of ethics, though, very amazing stuff in there. I absolutely love what it has to say in the code of ethics. I try to live my life like that all the time. I do remember what I was going to bring up, though, is also the understanding I was reading in there too is it's really making you reflect back onto yourself and have the same code of conducts for yourself, not just for everybody else.
Absolutely.
But have it for yourself, because that's really important. I mean, if
yeah.
we don't pay attention and love ourselves, it doesn't do much good
Then
if we're
what?
loving everybody else,
Yep.
because we're going to still be upset.
Yeah, then what?
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing about ONAC too, is that it's all are welcome here. You know, it's not a racial thing, it's not a sex thing, it's just anyone who wants to live their lives, you know, in a natural, organic sort of way, lifestyle. This is, you know, a place that you can join and feel welcomed and, you know,
Yeah,
be part of the tribe. It takes a tribe, you know.
It does, and that's what we truly need right now. In the energy that we're in, the space that we're moving forward into, we need to all learn to come together and have that understanding and welcome that difference in each person, because that's what really expands us. If we're all the same, we'd get nowhere. We'd still be the same as we were 100,000 years ago, nowhere.
Right.
And we would never progress. So the different in every person, I think, is so special, and that's what I really love about ONAC, is bringing all those people together to grow and learn from, to understand each different culture and religion and just different beliefs.
Oh, it's so exciting.
Yeah,
It really
yeah,
is.
when I look at it myself, I mean, I think when you truly love yourself, you give yourself that opportunity to where, even if you don't agree with the other person is saying, give yourself that chance to understand what they're saying, because it's only going to benefit you.
Right.
If you don't agree with it, then just don't take on that, don't accept the
You don't
information
have
as your
to.
truth. Yeah.
Right.
Just move forward after that and say, okay, whatever. It's good I know what he knows.
Yep, absolutely. It's funny, sometimes things like that happen and then you don't realize even why it happened until later, you know, a few days later or weeks or months later, and you're like, you know what, when this guy was talking about this, I thought it was crazy, but now these experiences I've had, now that makes sense, you know.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Yeah, most of the time, you need that time for things to elapse and then to look back and go, okay, now it's starting to make sense why I had to go through that in that way and experience that and go through all that hell, or at least what I felt was hell, to experience something that would be glorious, down the road some. Yeah, have patience and time and let things ride out.
I find that with teaching people too, that a lot of times I'll go through an experience and then soon thereafter will come a friend and I'm like, oh, well, I just went through this, let me tell you all about it. And it's almost like I went through that experience just to be able to help you through this experience,
Well, I think
take care of your own stuff from now on.
Yeah, I think truly we do. I mean, my personal favorite thing to do is to learn from people around me.
Right.
To sit there and watch what they're doing and say, you know what, I don't like that. I don't think I want to try that. Hey, that looks like fun. Let me go try it. You know, so
absolutely.
Learn from them, experience, and then just, take it in.
Yeah.
We're going to have to take a quick break, and we will be right back. Thank you.
Retrospects is a purveyor, if you will, of historical eyewear. Retrospects is located on the second floor, right across from the chandelier bar. So when you look at our store from the outside, it looks like there isn't much going on in here. And then you open the drawers. We actually carry authentic pieces from the late 1890s to the 1990s. We have almost 3,000 pieces in here. It's like a treasure trove reveal. We do have a collection of new glasses that we have reproduced ourselves. It's called the Cuthbert and Chen collection. The safe is our jewel. It's our baby. We love it. It's from 1903. It weighs as much as a car. It's solid steel. We use the safe to hold our most precious pieces, our museum collection, if you will. People come in to find glasses that are not something they're going to find everywhere else, not something all their friends are wearing, and something that they can tell that story. We sell stories as much as we sell glasses. We have pieces that we can associate with very famous people from history, movies, special events that happened in the past. And some of the favorites are the Ray-Ban shooter that Johnny Depp wore in Fear and Loathing of Las Vegas, the beautiful frame France Parisian plastic aviator worn by Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon. Retrospects is not just about glasses, it's about the experience, it's about how these glasses make you feel. We are a full-service optical shop, somewhere where guests can come to get repairs, restoration, can put their prescription in, can get them a quick pair of sunglasses for the pool, and can give them a really great, just fun experience.
All right, you are back with Consciously Rising, and I am here with Allie, and she is part of ONAC, and it is
Oklevueha,
Native American Church.
ONAC.
Yes.
ONAC.
ONAC. And what is the website? ONACLV.
It's going to be nativeamericanchurch.org.
Okay, awesome. So you can get a hold of us there.
Yep,
we'll
absolutely.
also have the link underneath the video here if you click onto it. And we'll have some other links for you to get a hold of Allie and everything else. So if you wanted to come down and become a member and you have no idea, what are you looking to get yourself into, or what do I need if I'm coming down to become a member?
Well, if you're a Native American or if you're a military vet, membership is free.
Okay.
Typically, it's a $35 one-year membership, or a lifetime membership, I believe it's $200. And so basically, when you become a member, you have access to the church, you have access to all of our events. I swear I know how to say words. So basically, to help you reach whatever health goals, spiritual goals that you have access to all of our herbalists, our nutritionists, our dietitians, our Reiki masters. You have access to all of our exclusive events like the yoga, our acupressure. We've got a great laughter yoga class set up for November 10th. So yeah, you get access to all of that. And then we set it up to where, like for instance, on Mondays, I have a Reiki girl there for 4 hours, and there's 8 spots that are 20-minute spots. And as a member, you can fill in your name and meet it that day at that time and get a free 20-minute Reiki treatment. Same with our massage. That's going to be on Wednesdays. And get a free 20-minute treatment and see how that does for your body, for your wellness. And then if you'd like to book more appointments, for longer appointments with our practitioners, you're absolutely allowed to do that.
What was that date again?
November the 10th, right?
Trying to jump for myself.
It's gonna be every Monday will be Reiki, and every Wednesday will be massage. So that'll be going on every week, and then there'll be other things too. You know, laughter yoga will be more of a one-time thing.
And I do Linda, right?
Linda, yeah,
I know Linda,
love her.
and she is great. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to doing some gameplay with her. I know she creates games, so I'm really like
Have you
gratitude
ever done laughter
games.
yoga?
No, I'm
Oh
so
my God.
excited. I'm
Oh my
so
God.
excited.
Ready to be.
It's like my
have your
2
stomach
favorite
sore.
things are
Oh, yeah.
combined together. Like,
and it's
if
nothing
we
like,
could watch basketball
yeah.
when we're doing it, I'd be in heaven. Okay, I'd be in heaven. Yeah, I'm so excited. So she's actually doing a 2-day class on November 11th and 12th. I believe it's $295 for both days, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And you do come out of it certified. But she's doing a free class on November 10th that's an introductory to that weekend, Friday, November 10th. So So all are welcome there. Please come, and you can sign. Anyone who comes to our classes, you can get your membership for free. That's something that we'll be offering, I believe, for the first year that we're open. If you're coming for one of our events, or if one of our practitioners books you, because you can't really be in the church without a membership. Okay. So you'll get your membership for free. So that's a great way to get the free membership for a year, is just by checking out laughter yoga or theta healing or financial classes with Miriam Martinez, or, you know. So it's really, really exciting. It's really, really exciting. And if any practitioners out there who do acupuncture, you know, or any kind of healing work at all, crystal work, you know, please contact me, because I'd love to.
And the ones that want to learn.
Yeah, and anyone who wants to learn. I know you're doing a 3-day class twice, actually, in December and then in January.
Yeah, basic theta healing. I believe we have the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of December.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
Yes, and then we'll be doing advanced. I believe we had it for January 7th, 6th, and 8th. Maybe.
Yep,
I'm not
6,
sure
7,
on the
8.
dates.
Yep.
But we'll get that out there once I get all the info together. I've been so busy this week. Unbelievable week. It's been a wonderful week.
Yeah, it has, but it's been hectic. I mean, like, the universe is like, it's happening now, guys. You know, like,
it's just unbelievable how it just keeps. I can't even get any work done in the office. I'm just constantly running, going to meetings and all this different stuff. But things are just happening, and it's so awesome. I mean, I got to meet you earlier this week and see what you guys are doing.
It's only been a week. Could you believe that? It's like only been a week. I feel like we're best friends. Yeah, like.
And I feel so lucky too, because I actually found out about you guys a long time ago through some of my friends from Salt Lake,
right?
And then where I got to meet Quinn.
Oh, that's right, Quinn. Love Quinn.
And so I was really excited, and when my friend told me, it was funny because I'd been so busy going to meetings. Abra came and was like, "Hey, we got to go check out this wellness," and I'm like, "No, I've had enough. I'm not leaving my place. I'm doing my work. It's been 2 weeks since I've got to anything. I'm sitting down and doing it." She's like, "You're gonna miss out. It's gonna be great." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." I'm
literally could change your life.
Yeah. And then I'm like, "All right, I'll be going." And then so when we were on our way, they started to describe it. I'm like, I know that place. That's Quinn's place. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm really happy that I got a chance to get down there.
And that's the crazy thing about it, is that, I mean, from the guy who has, you know, helped with our installation and building those benches, all of our gorgeous Pinto horse benches that we made.
Oh, it's awesome.
I mean, that guy, I worked with him 15 years ago when we were helping build the Arts Factory. And, you know, Abra and I worked together years ago at Eaton at the Perch. And it's just like, my mother and I have been painting it for 3 months. And, you know, like, it's just everybody in this circle is coming from someone that I already know. So it's very tribal. It's very family kind of oriented.
Well, I know your mom a little bit from Rainbow's End.
Right.
And I didn't know that until the other day.
Too, yeah,
oh, so no wonder you look familiar to me, because I probably saw you there.
Yep.
Because Carla, I know pretty good from Rainbow's End.
Yeah, Carla Davis. She's going to be our massage therapist. So she'll be there on Wednesdays. That's who you're going to book for your 20-minute massage on Wednesdays.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I know a guy. I'll sign you out. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the people there are fabulous. The guy doing your murals, man, he is
Thomas Besesti, that's his name.
Yeah,
Tom
hopefully
Besesti.
We'll have a couple of pictures up here on our green screen for the show.
Definitely.
The guy's amazing. I'm just like in awe going, man, I wish I could have. I don't even know how expensive he is. He looks expensive though. It's just like,
I know,
beautiful.
like, I'm painting circles in like the Native American zodiac, and I'm like, look at these circles, and he's got like a landscape of, you know, like the Lakota mountains and
all the stars.
Whoa.
And, yeah, amazing stuff. Yeah, really. What was his name again? Give him a
Thomas
good shot.
Besesti.
Does he have a
Beseti? Besesti. Biseti.
Awesome.
He's on Facebook. He's on Instagram. He's fantastic. I took him out of retirement. He's been retired. I said, I need you. Well, my mother did, actually. We need you to paint this, please. He also did the mural outside of Rainbow's End, those two eyes. He and my mother did that together. So she took him out of retirement and said, you're the only one I trust with this. You know, please, will you do it for me? And he did. I mean,
it's fabulous. I mean, it's really cool.
He killed
inside.
the game.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, really awesome inside. Yeah, it's just a really fabulous place, and I think, you know, you come down and become a member of that, you're going to be really happy that you did.
Oh, yes.
There's so much to learn. There's so many people coming together, like you said. I mean, it's just amazing. The different information that you'll be able to get there, from finance to Reiki to Theta healing to God knows what. I mean, the list is endless on what you can bring in there.
And how many different ways you can heal yourself without having to use pharmaceutical medication or, you know.
Yeah. And
things that are invasive to your body. You know?
Exactly. You know, that's the big thing. You know, start to empower the people on how they can heal themselves naturally without having to go to the hospital or to the doctor all the time.
And it's what you were saying the other day, that Western medicine has its place. It's not about saying, oh my God, Western medicine's killing us all. I mean, when you need help immediately,
it's the best place in the
God
world to be.
God is blessed. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
But for these long-term, you know, you can't just eat pills every single day, eat 10 pills and expect to live a normal life. You know, your
or
body,
expect yourself to get better because the chemicals in there is messing up the body in some other facet. So
Absolutely.
then, and most people taking prescription drugs know that they get one pill and then the next 5 are just for the symptoms for that one pill.
For the one pill,
and that to me is ridiculous. I mean, I love Western medicine, and again, if you need that quick fix, I'm all for it. You know, if you all of a sudden find out you have cancer and you're in dire need, go get it cut out.
Heck yeah.
But me personally, if I find out I have it, as long as I'm not in dire need, I'm going to try to find some alternatives first and try to change that before I have to get in there. That's just me personally. I'm not giving anybody else any advice.
Right. No, absolutely.
But yeah, I think I mean, but I look at life differently. I do look at us as just pure energy beings. Of course, we do have a physical form here, but we are energy. That truly, when you break it all the way down and get down to the inner core of everything, and so I believe we can heal on the energy level, and that's why I work on that level.
I mean, you even feel it. Like, there'll be times where, you know, I'll drink coffee consecutively for maybe 5 or 6 days in a row, and by that 5th or 6th day, I'm irritated, you know, just at everything. My whole persona has changed, and it's like, I call it coffee buildup. Like, I've just got, like, coffee buildup, and then I'll have to take 2 or 3 days off of caffeine and, like, bring myself back down, you know? And I'm talking about 1 cup of coffee in the morning. It's not like I'm pounding Starbucks all day, you know? But it's true. So something even as simple and easy to get, readily available as caffeine causes a huge effect on your body. Why wouldn't a Percocet, you know, or a morphine and all? I
and
just
the
can't
opiate
with it
problem is just ridiculous right now. Unfortunately, I've been affected with it. I got a dear friend several dear friends that I don't even know where they're at anymore because of all of that. And these people were well off. They were doing great in life, and now who knows where they're at. I don't know if they're still alive. They're living on the street from last I knew. So that, you know, it's horrible to see that statistic, and it is a real one out there, and it's a big problem. And so that's going to lead us into another conversation, though, because we're going to talk about one of the special programs you got going on.
Right.
And I'm really excited to be part of that as well, too. So let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll come back and talk about what you are doing for the vets.
So
we'll be right back.
Crazy Terry here with your car care tip of the day. So it's not a bad idea every now and then to check your battery. If you don't know how to do it, have somebody check it for you. Just a visual inspection can tell you a lot about your battery. So as we can see here, this battery's got a hold down. It's nice and tight. The cables are on. They don't look bad. We've got a cover. We don't see any corrosion. Everything's kind of tight, looking good. A little bit of dirt, that's normal, but nothing's leaking. No real cause for alarm here. So that's a good sign. Doesn't mean it's good, but at least visually we know that it's intact. Okay, so we're looking at a battery here that shows signs of corrosion. We want to test that battery to make sure it's good. Usually when they're getting like this, there's going to be a problem, leaking some acid at the top. We ran the test and we find out it has 396 cold cranking amps, but the battery requires 650. So it's just not enough. The battery is going to go soon. Better to know now than later. Okay, so the benefits of checking the cable is because this cable's rotted out. What we'll find is this is the problem, not the battery. So it'll save you from buying a battery, still having the no start, only to find out that it's a cable. This type of corrosion is common in diesels. Okay, so we're getting ready to jump the car, but we have to have some battery cables. And we have to check those too before we hook them up to the battery. So here we have our standard set of battery cables. We just look them over, see if the ends are frayed, if everything's connected all right. Everything looks good here. Wouldn't hurt to check the rest of the cable just to make sure the dog didn't get it and chew it up. We have red and black. Red's positive, black's negative. You always want to hook the positive up first and then the negative. And I'll show you how that's done right now. Keep these off to the side so they're not touching each other. Hook up your positive. You can find that right here by the plus sign, the negative sign. Plus is positive, red. Make sure that's securely hooked up. Keeping these away from each other. Hook up your negative cable. Just got to fight it on there. Figure out a way to get it. Wiggle it a little bit so it ensures a good connection. Now you're transferring voltage. If I hit these two together, we're going to spark. Kind of want to avoid that. Won't kill you. Kind of fun. A lot of people think if they can turn the headlights on, the battery's fine. That's not always the case. It takes very little amperage to turn a light on, but it takes a lot of amperage to start the starter. I recommend checking the charging system every oil change. At Sun Valley Automotive, there's never a charge for that. This is Crazy Terry with your car care tip of the day.
All right, you're back to Consciously Rising. I am here with Allie, and we are talking about ONAC and a lot of the different special programs that they have going on, the different services. We talked a little bit about James Mooney. I think, well, we probably should try to get him in here and talk. I was going to say we could probably have a show on this guy because he sounds so fascinating. But let's talk about.
Let me think about now that you planted that seed. Hold on, give me a minute. Yeah, give me a minute.
Yeah,
that would be great.
But you are creating some programs because you design all the events there, and
Correct.
there's one that we really want to talk about really quick. That is very special to your heart, and I know I'm very privileged to be part of it right now, and that is working with our vets.
Correct.
And so, can you tell us a little bit about your idea and what we're doing here?
Absolutely. So part of James Flaming Eagle Mooney's big mission is to be in service, to always be in service of others. And for me personally, I have close friends that are ex-military, that are veterans. I have some that are still serving now. And my first real big goal as far as an event I wanted to design, I wanted to focus it around veterans. So every Wednesday night, it's going to be every Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at the ONAC space, 265 East Warm Springs. And so the very first week is going to start in November. The first Wednesday of November is going to be kind of a meet and greet where you're meeting the practitioners that are going to, and signing up for the classes that are going to be taking place every week. It's going to be, of course, free for veterans because they're,
They're who it's about.
yeah, yeah. Well, and you get your free membership card too because you're a veteran. But yeah. I've got Naked City Pizza donating pizza to us, so that's awesome. Yeah, food will be there. Yes, best pizza in town. So yeah, the first week we're gonna Miriam Martinez is gonna be talking about how to improve your credit, how to manage your finances, insurance advice, small business advice, things like that. You're my week 2. We're gonna be working with emotional healing, emotional workshops. I've got Elaine Peterson who does tea ceremonies. I want Brianna Coleman is my Reiki master. She'll be there the weekend or the week after that. But anyway, so every week from now until forever, until I can't do it anymore,
and then
we'll be doing this, and then we'll give it to somebody else. Yeah,
yes, because it's an important thing to be doing.
Yeah, and it's every week, and it's really I don't want to use the wrong words here because it really is about empowering people, empowering veterans. They have a really amazing skill set that not everyday civilians have. They're highly trained in a lot of different aspects that, civilians aren't trained in. I think we should utilize that and let them know that those skills are needed and appreciated. And, we understand that there's some stuff you went through, but I would like to try to help you get out of it,
exactly,
kind of thing. Yeah. And so I hooked up with my friend Christina Alfonso Zea. I always forget her last name. But I've been friends with her for years. I used to run a charity with Brianna Coleman called the Open Closet Project, and I was working with her to get clothes to homeless vets. She's a vet. She was the 2014 Veteran of the Year from Goodwill, awarded her that. And so she's been working with vets for years. She's doing an event on Friday, Cannabis Nurses.
And I think that's a 2 or 3 day event this weekend. Yes. Yeah, you're correct on that.
Yeah, she is amazing. So, she's a powerhouse. You met her too.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to meet her yesterday. I had the time to run over there and get a chance to meet her and talk with her and stuff. And she's absolutely amazing.
She's so articulate. She's so well spoken.
Yeah, and she's so soft with her words, but powerful. It was just like.
And she's a tiny little thing, She's a tiny chick, but you can tell she is a force to be reckoned with.
And she has been doing so many amazing things. I heard her talk yesterday about everything, but I can't really remember everything that she was talking about, so I'm not going to even go there. But just amazing stories, an amazing girl that really has a drive to help vets. And what her thing is her she is the founder of Blissful Vets, and what Blissful Vets is she is actually helping vets transition from opioids Yes, that's it. It's been a long day. Over to medicinal marijuana and making that transformation so they don't have the effects of the pills of the opioids.
Yeah.
Did I say it right there? Now I got to question myself every time. So she's doing a wonderful job with that, working with a lot of amazing people and getting a lot of stuff done. It's absolutely fascinating what she's doing, who she's been working with to get this done. I'm really proud that I got a chance to meet her and that I'm working with her now in some ways. So
I knew she was my perfect person. It's like this is one of those things I was talking about. Like I was waiting for her to, you know, I've known about this for so long and I held on to it. And then when you and Miriam were in my office and both of you said to me, I'd like to do something with vets, I was like, I'd like to do something with vets, and Christina would, and now we're going to do something with vets.
And you're right, because it's like, I don't know what I want to do, but I want to help in some way. And then boom, one thing led to another, and now we're all working together to create this fabulous thing. I'm so
That's
excited.
what I told you. That's what I do. I connect the people, and then I make the thing happen.
And that's what it seems like the last 2.5 weeks have been, just connections. Which is great.
Building
Christina's website is, if you want to get a hold of her in any way, if you're a vet looking to make that transition into medicinal marijuana, her website is blissfulvets.org. And that is all I have, unfortunately, right at the moment. I don't want to give out her phone number in case she doesn't want me to give it out over the air.
Fair enough. Hopefully we can get her in here. She's working on this 3-day The Cannabis Nurses event, so hopefully we can get her in here in a week
exactly.
or so,
we meant to have her tonight, but she was busy, of course. I'm very excited about it. I guess we pretty much covered who's all going to be there.
I just want to do a really, really special thanks to Abra. Abra McGrath, has really assisted me in putting this whole thing together and connecting me with the right people. And the day that I shot her a Facebook message, it was literally, I don't know why, but the universe keeps telling me to call you or to contact you. And she said, what's going on? And I said, just come to this address. And that's how it all started. So she toured through, she cried her eyes out, she's Native also. And it was a beautiful thing. And so just huge thank you, Abra. I appreciate you so much.
Yes, I do too. If you're familiar with Abra, she is the host or one of the hosts of the Health and Wellness Hour on this very station. So definitely check her out. She has fabulous guests, great information on her show as well too. But she is amazing, and I want to give a big special thank you to her as well too. Definitely thank you for coming on. I feel very blessed to have you here today. I feel very blessed to have you guys in my life now and to be able to work with you guys. I'm very excited about that as well. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's going to be
awesome.
Yes, life is getting excited. The energy is definitely changing.
Oh, I feel it. I feel it.
Yeah. Even though there might be some things that look negative in the world right now, it's just that transition into the new time. And so I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in today. We had a wonderful show, and please tune in next week. We will see you.